We're back. Can I trade beers for liquor? 24 ounces of liquor would be so much better. No, not allowed to have any liquor. I did try to trade the beer for wine, and the conversion rate was not 1 for 1. And then I realized when I drink wine, it's like a bottle at a time. So it didn't really work out in my favor. I should have tried to go, well, if I can have, how about 2 bottles of beer or 2 bottles of wine? And if I could have made that deal work, then I would probably be a much happier person. But no, didn't work in my favor. Let's see what's going on. Clan versus clan is about to end, and what is it? 3 million away. That ain't gonna happen. 5 hours, unless 5 hours. We don't have anything opening soon, right? Fire Night and 7. That's not gonna help. And artifact enhancement 5. Champion training doesn't start yet. Dungeon divers. Could get a jump start on dungeon divers, but probably not. The United States, 1 standard drink for 1 alcoholic drink equivalent contains roughly 14 grams of pure alcohol, which is found in 12 ounces of regular beer, which is usually 5% alcohol, 5 ounces of wine, which is typically about 12% alcohol, 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits, which is about 40% alcohol. It probably doesn't help me, because then it would go back to 2 12-ounce bottles of beer. 2 12-ounce cans of beer. Fuck me. Because I'm getting away with, like, big and tall drinks. Like 26-ounce Guinness. Like $8 giant mugs of beer. Technically, this is 1 beer, as long as it's in the same glass. You know what else helps is drinking that said beer through a straw, which I've done.
Are you into the car scene? Check out Gearheads with FHS here on YouTube for all things automotive.
Tiny victories. Tiny victories. Nightmare. It was a free-to-play account. Full Nightmare. Ultra Nightmare, I only did 1 key. Not enough for... I just wanted to try it. All right. 3 bottles. It's Guinness. Use a spoon. That would take forever, but it would be worth it. Oh God. Now I'm just thirsty. Very, very thirsty. Really, really, really want those Guinnesses. See, what do we got? Is there anything going on right now? We started this last week, I think. I think it was last week when I hit this mission where it was 40 max, not shop, missions. 40 max substat upgrades using rank 5 or higher glyphs. I am still stuck on this piece of shit. 39. I need 1 more max 5-star or 6-star. and Sylvan Watchers. So I'm rolling here on the top levels of everything and just trying to get 5 and 6 stars. It sucks, and it sucks to be this close and still not finding what you need. Some days I'll get 1 or 2, but like the last 2 days, I think I've gotten none. Like I just can't get a max stat. Or Faction Wars will end up just giving me 4-star. I'll end up with like just 8 4-star glyphs. And my concern is I need to get not close to any from the Forge Pass. I don't know. I'd have to look. I'm trying to get it all done. I need to knock out a bunch because old movie they could not remake today. Old movie they could not remake today. A good question. I don't even know, because there's so many movies that I would love to see remade. On another note that goes right in with that, has anyone seen the trailer for the Fall Guy? With it's Ryan Gosling, and there's a whole bunch of people in it, but it's Ryan Gosling's the main one. He's playing Sievers. It's based on a TV show that I used to love as a kid. I loved the Fall Guy. It was Lee Majors and it's Thomas. What was her name? Heather Thomas. It's Lee Majors and Heather Thomas. And they're taking that old TV show and turning it into a movie. I am so pumped about this, just because. Thoughts on the Roadhouse remake? I really, really, really want to see it. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Almost everything he's in. I don't remember a bad performance from Jake Gyllenhaal. And that's my favorite Patrick Swayze movie. And what's funny is I think the last time I watched that movie was last summer. I think I sat down and was bored one night, and it was on Netflix, I think, at the time, and it popped up that it was leaving Netflix soon. So I watched it, and I'd forgotten about it. I hadn't seen it in a long time. That's such a good movie. So stupid and so good all at the same time. And honestly, the remake seems so modernized, like everything about it. And I hate Conor McGregor. I put him up there in my list. I've got like a dozen people on this planet that I would pay money to see them set fire and allowed to roast marshmallows on their dying corpse in the middle of a road. That would just be the best marshmallow I ever had. Just, you know, you let it, you blow it off. You just don't want to burn the marshmallow. I would. There's about a dozen people that I would roast marshmallows over their dying corpse, and he is one of them. Yes. Not like I would be the one to set him on fire, but if for some reason he happened to be on fire, I wouldn't put him out. I would just get a stick and a marshmallow. Yes. It's a lot of people. I say there's a list of a dozen people. It's probably a lot longer than that. It's probably a list of about 100 people. There's probably 100 people on that list at this point. Maybe more. But definitely, Conor McGregor is probably in the top 10. He's in the top 10 on that list. He's like one step behind Andrew Tate. Probably. Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal, not on that list. No. And the new Roadhouse looks so good. And the fact that it's going to be on Amazon Prime and I don't have to go to the theater and just watch that shit here at home makes me so much happier, because I am so sick to death of waiting on shit to come home, because I can't go to the movie theater, because going to the movie theater and not getting popcorn is not something that any human being was ever meant to do, and I'm not allowed to have fucking popcorn. So fuck them all, and that's why I'm not going to the movie theaters anymore. Fucking movie theaters. The last movie I saw in a theater was John Wick 4. I think was the last movie I saw in the theater. It's been that long. 99% sure. A movie that you can't remake now, or they shouldn't remake now, because the original is that good. I would say, like, the first thing that comes to my mind is the original Star Wars trilogy. Because the thought of someone else other than Carrie Fisher playing Princess Leia would be devastating to me. That's probably the first thing that comes to mind. You could never remake those 3 films. It's fine if they continue with the franchises, but you cannot remake the original 3. Back to the Future. You know what's funny is that's one of the movies that came to my mind. But then I started thinking about it, and I would almost like to see a Back to the Future remade. Not necessarily modernized. Like, that's not... I think that could be casted really well and done like with today's special effects. Like, I think a Back to the Future could work. What's even funnier is, like, I grew up with Back to the Future, and it was so weird because they went back to like my parents. But if we watched a new Back to the Future, like, if they stop and think about this, if they remade Back to the Future, where would they go back to? They would go back to the late 80s, early 90s, which is like my prime. That would be when I was in high school, and you would get the nostalgia from that. It would be like it would be why we love Stranger Things so much. Yeah, I wouldn't say Back to the Future. For me, I really want them to remake Back to the Future. That would be amazing if they did that. and if they went back to the 90s, like 1992, and hung out at a mall, a video arcade, playing Mortal Kombat, that would be perfect. Spaceballs. She's gone from suck to blow. Anything by Mel Brooks. Star Wars, I think that's the only thing I can think of. There's I don't know, there's a lot of movies that I would like to see remade. Like, seeing them remade would go amazing. You want to know what it was like in the 90s? The 90s was the greatest decade ever. Everything happened in the 90s. Reimagined but not remade. I'll give it that. Fast Times at Ridgemont High and The Breakfast Club. Well, you could, some of those movies you can't remake because they're so dated that, like, they make no sense now. There's movies that make no sense. Like, there's some things, like, I never even thought about this, but I deal with my kids to a point where they, like, they'll see something and it's still normal to me because I was raised at a time when all that stuff seems normal. But then they would watch an old movie from like the 80s. I can't even think of anything off the top of my head, but I remember we were talking about the pandemic earlier. I remember during the pandemic when we spent, like, at my house, it was every night. There was so many movies that we just watched movies. Like, movies after movies after movies. Like, I was watching 4 or 5 movies a day. We were binging series that we hadn't seen in a long time. It was just for weeks because we were home and there wasn't anything else to do. I was out of work. I was working from home for a while. And that we just watched so much shit. And I remember watching stuff and my kids looking at it like, this is crazy. Like, 16 Candles is one. And I remember watching 16 Candles and looking at it going, wow, this did not age well. Like, there is, what was the other one? There was, trying to think. I think Weird Science was another one. Wait for it. Airplane. Oh. Yeah, no. Yeah, you can't remake Airplane. It's like Heathers. Heathers is a movie. That's the one. That's the one that we watched. That I remember my son going, holy shit, this is an actual movie. Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds. The fact that was it Revenge of the Nerds? Was that the first one when they set up hidden cameras in the sorority house? Revenge of the Nerds is where they illegally set up all the cameras in the sorority house. There's the famous line from Booger where he goes, yes, we have Bush. That's Revenge of the Nerds. That's the first Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, you could not redo that. Porky's, can't redo it. Jesus Christ, you can't redo American Pie. There's that whole scene in American Pie where they broadcast Shannon Elizabeth to everybody. Like that's like prison time now. Varsity Blues, that's not quite as bad. It's the stuff that you're like, that's not. Well, there's a scene in 16 Candles when it's shit. It's not Rob Lowe, it's God damn it, what's his name? Matt. Fuck. He was the senior that Molly Ringwald wanted. He's been in so many things. Why can I not remember his name? He was in Something About Mary. He was in Wild Things. God damn it, what's his name? I don't want to look it up. What's his damn name? He was in 16 Candles. He was the senior. He was the one that Molly Ringwald wanted. And there's a scene where somebody's drunk and he's basically like, you guys want her? God, who is that? It's Matt Dillon. I knew it was, did I say Matt Dillon? Matt. It's Matt Dillon. Yeah. I think Matt Dillon was in 16 Candles. Is that what it is? Yeah. 16 Candles. Matt Dillon. That's who I was thinking of. Anthony Michael Hall was the one that Matt Dillon was going to give the girl to. There was a girl who was drunk and she was like passed out. There's a scene in the movie and Matt Dillon's like, do you guys want her? About the girl. And I remember that bothering me as a kid. No, it was Matt Dillon. It was Matt Dillon, and the character he played was who was it? Oh wait, it wasn't Matt Dillon? Holy shit. It wasn't Matt Dillon. It was someone I've never even heard before. Michael Schoflate. Who the hell is Michael Schoflate? Would have $1 billion. It was Matt Dillon. Michael Schoflate. Jesus Christ. In my brain, it's Matt Dillon. I think he looked just like Matt Dillon. Jesus, I thought that was. No, he doesn't even really even look like Matt Dillon. Damn, cannot believe I had that wrong. Jesus. That's who he was. That's the character. I always thought it was Matt Dillon. Jesus, you learn something new every day. Nothing that I'll ever remember. I don't think I'll ever remember the name Matt Schofling. All right, come on, come on, come on. Finish this. Movies that should not be remade. Or movies that can't be remade. Movies I'd like to see remade. I can tell you some movies that shouldn't have been remade because the remakes were awful. Nothing bothers me more than when people refer to things as like they base things off of the remake because they don't know there was an original. Movies aren't as bad as music. I always hate that when someone's like, oh, this by that person. Like, no, that's not who it's by. They covered it. You can't base, like, I'm gonna do my karaoke version of this. You're doing a karaoke of a karaoke. That drives me nuts. There's movies that have been remade. Most Disney movies shouldn't be remade. There's a lot of Disney movies that shouldn't be made live action. There's only been one live action Disney movie that I've liked. But it wasn't even a live action Disney movie. It was a live action movie that wasn't a remake. And it's probably my favorite Disney movie of all time. And I could watch it over and over and over again. And that is Cruella. That movie is epic. I love that movie. And I never liked any of the original Dalmatian movies. Never cared. Thought it's stupid to have that many dogs. I don't understand. But the movie Cruella is next level amazing. Emma Stone in that movie is so good. And I still haven't seen Poor Things. But I really want to. I haven't seen Poor Things, and what I realized that I still haven't seen that I just never got around to watching was Oppenheimer. I still haven't seen Oppenheimer. I think I said this the other night on stream. I watched Only God Forgives. It's Ryan Gosling movie from the guy who wrote and directed Drive. That movie was a giant polished turd. It was not good at all. Trying to find watched anything decent lately. For some reason, I got on I know what it was. I've been watching Masters of the Air on Apple TV, which is kind of like it's a continuation of like the Band of Brothers. That is so good. And because of it, it's like I started watching that, and then something popped up on Amazon Prime or Stars or something. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, well, damn, I haven't seen that movie in a really long time. I will watch it. So then for some reason, I ended up going through like this whole series of old, like iconic war films. And over the course of a couple of weeks ago, I watched, like, a lot of them I already owned. I had Blu-rays of. It's like stuff it's so old. I was buying them on Blu-ray, which they probably haven't. One was Full Metal Jacket. I had to open the Blu-ray. I had never even opened it. It was Full Metal Jacket, which I hadn't seen in decades, and I forgot how good Vincent D'Onofrio was in that. And then I watched see, what was it? I watched that. I watched We Were Soldiers. I watched the full Redux director's cut of Apocalypse Now with Sheen, and God, there's so many people in that. Marlon Brando was Kurtz. I seen Land of Bad. What is Land of Bad? With Russell Crowe? I've never even heard of it. Land of Bad. The last thing with Russell Crowe I remember is, didn't he have a movie where he had like road rage? I remember him putting something out where he was kind of the bad guy. That's not what it is it? Is that the one? I don't know what Land of Bad is. Unhinged. That's the movie I'm thinking of. Land of Bad. How old is it? Oh, it's new. Delta Force team is ambushed. No, I have not heard of that. There was something else that I saw the trailer for. I saw a couple of movies that I put in my to watch list. One of them was Red Right Hand with who is it? It's Katy Perry's husband. What's his name? He was in all the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. He was Legolas in Lord of the Rings. Shit, I can't remember his name. It's, Red Right Hand is the name of it. That I want to see. That's in my list. I know what I watched. I watched shit, I can't remember the name of the movie. It wasn't. It was God, what was that? What was the name of it? And who was even in it? It was Gerard Butler. And he's like a pilot of a plane that crash lands. I don't know, it was a really terrible title. It was like Plane Crash or something stupid was the name of the movie. That wasn't great. It wasn't bad. What else did I watch? I just watched something else. You know, it's Jesus Christ. I'm getting so old I can't even remember what I'm watching. What did I watch? I don't remember what I watched. Can't remember. Do not remember what it was. And it's not in my watch list. It's something that I've seen. Oh, I watched Wrath of Becky again. I finally watched Next Goal Wins. I saw Silent Night. I watched SLC Punk again. And then Plain. Is it just Plain? That makes sense, because I knew it was a terrible title. And then the wife and I watched Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney and Pal. That was actually pretty funny. No, I can't remember. I think the movie I'm probably most anticipated right now that I can't wait for is comes out next week, and that is Roadhouse. I think I've seen the trailer like 3 or 4 times. Roadhouse. And then I am so excited about Borderlands in August. That I know there's so many people that are hating on their the choice of people for that movie. Just the cast that they picked, like Cate Blanchett playing Lilith. People are like, this like they picked the oldest people to play these parts. It's such weird casting. Gina Gershon as Moxie is awful. Even Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis is weird. I can almost see Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis, but if someone were to tell me that they had cast, like, this is who they're going to have play these people, and if someone said Cate Blanchett was going to be Lilith, I would be like, are you shitting me? That is just an awful idea. But the trailer is I haven't built Duchess yet. I'm waiting on champ training. I'm still waiting on champion training to build my Duchess. The trailer for Borderlands looks so good that I've kind of let everything else go. I've let the rest of it. I've kind of overlooked the casting choices. The only one that I like is Jack Black as Claptrap. That is hilarious. That is perfect. But even Roland is being played by Roland should have been like Terry Crews. Terry Crews would have been the perfect Roland. He's supposed to be this giant built, big, badass, like just black Sylvester Stallone. That's who Roland should be. And I mean, the only way they could have made it worse is like Kevin Hart is just an awful choice for the character. Kevin Hart is awful. It's not like I don't dislike Kevin Hart, but him playing that character is just so stupid. It's I don't know. It's such a bad idea for Kevin Hart to be Roland. It should have been Terry Crews. And Lilith should not be Cate Blanchett. Lilith should have been like almost anyone other than Cate Blanchett. Anyone other than Cate Blanchett. So it bothers me so much. Ariana, who is it? It's Greenblatt. I can't remember who. Ariana Greenblatt is Tiny Tina. About it. Tannis, Jamie Lee Curtis. I'll give her a pass as Tannis. But Cate Blanchett as Lilith. Cate Blanchett is like 55 years old, 54 years old. She's got to be mid 50s. Playing a character who is probably 25. It's just so weird. It's just that one really, it just throws me. Like there's Emma Stone would have been a fantastic Lilith. It's almost anyone but Cate Blanchett. So bad. Still want to see it though. Still my most wanted movie. Anne Hathaway would have been perfect as Lilith. Eva Green can play anything. She can be anybody she wants. But yeah, Cate Blanchett. Hard pass. It's so disappointing. But I'll still watch it. And I'm still excited about seeing it. Week before my birthday. Fuck yes it is. That's where I'm going. That's the next movie I'm seeing in the theater. That'll be the next movie I see in the theater. And I will be there at midnight on August 8th. I don't think I've been this pumped about seeing a movie in a theater in a very, very, very long time. Eating popcorn. Fuck it. I'm eating popcorn. I'm getting a beer. Seriously though, the last time I've been this excited about a movie this far away from the movie was Rogue One. It's the last time I've wanted to see a movie this bad. Rogue One. Yeah. And I hope it's good. Because if the movie's bad, it is really, truly gonna suck. Because I want it to be good so bad. Yes, I want it to be so good. So bad that I want it to be so good. Yeah. Alright, come on, let's kill this off. Which one is this? Which boss is this? Were there minions that are dead? She's not gonna like health swap on me and cause problems, is she? I don't remember which one. Demon spawn. Trying to remember what color this boss is. Seems like we're doing okay, but I have this feeling it's going to get all the way down to like 10%. She just provokes, so we're fine. It's just going to take a while. Yes, I have. My Duchess is still sitting at 50. I have not ranked her up to 6 stars yet. I was waiting for champion training to return. Today's Wednesday, isn't it? Yes. Hurry up so I can use my glyphs. I at least want to use my glyphs on stream. I'm probably not going to go to the free-to-play tonight. I'll get back on it in the morning. But I want to try to finish this mission out. God damn, I am so exhausted. So fucking sore too. Just not getting any better. Alright, dead. Okay, so there's, look at that, 2 4-star glyphs. See, that's what I hate. That's what's happened to me a lot. So what do I have here? Let's look. Oh, we silver watchers. Okay. What do we have? So we have HP percentage. I'm gonna write this down so I don't have to keep double checking. HP percentage. 5 and 6 star. We have defense percentage 5. Defense flat 5. Speed 5. Resistance 5. And accuracy 5. Alright. Before we do this, let's go look and see if there's anything in. So we just have Forge Pass, Act Charms. There's level 26 ends up giving us 5-star resistance. 5 of them. 5 5-star resistance. All right. Let's search. What was the first one? 6-star HP percentage. Stuff. Just got it. Eight. Nope. Nothing. All right. 5-star HP percentage. Two of them. 5%. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Complete. Done. Hell yes, finally. All right, now what do we got? 21 of the Barbarian Crypt. God damn it, now I gotta wait on... When's the Barbarian opening? Or should I just open it? Opens tomorrow. Okay, 20 hours. I'll be fine. You can use 5-star glyphs on 6-star gear, but you can't max it. And the quest required you to max the stat out. So the 5-star won't max out a 6-star piece of gear. That's so good. Okay, so tomorrow we'll do Barbarian. The 150 million damage on Demon Lord's easy. Champion with Frostbite. Do I have Frostbite? Let's make sure we have a set of Frostbite. Yes. I have only 2. Do you have to have 2, or do you have to like fully book it in Frostbite? Equip a champion with a Frostbite set. That's fine. Craft 20 artifacts in the forge using rarity charms. Easy. Beat the Doom Tower on the 30th floor on hard. Doom Tower. Hard. How long do we have? 1 week. Yeah. We're already... Yeah. We're good. Alright, so that will be enough to finish out part 2. And then finally move to part 3 towards Romantu. So good. Finally. This shit's taken forever. I was stuck on that one tag team. The one tag team mission for the longest time. And it was so frustrating. But now that I have Duchess, it's like the missing piece. Duchess is going to be my missing piece there. So good. All right. How are the Marius missions going? Where am I at? Magic Twins Fortress. I probably missed it. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. That's where I'm stuck. And it was probably magic yesterday. Now that I'm thinking about it. Damn it. Yeah, I don't know what the rotation is, but it was probably magic yesterday. God damn it. I completely forgot. I keep forgetting about those missions. I was doing good until it was one that I had to keep checking back to see when it was going to happen. Damn. Probably behind now. I don't even know where everybody's at on those. I haven't had any problem. It's just that I miss the rotations. Just keep missing the rotations. Okay, that's where I'm going to end it. We've been on for a couple hours. Hopefully I can get on tomorrow and do the same thing. I miss you guys, and this has been a rough week, so only if you'd streamed. True. God damn it. Now I gotta wait like a week. Yep. This was fun, and I'll be back tomorrow night. I'm just gonna plan for it. Just gonna plan on streaming tomorrow, and then I'm gonna plan on streaming Friday too. Thanks a lot, guys, for hanging out. Thank you, Dustin, for the topic du jour and 41 months. I think Dustin and I have been subscribed to each other's channels since the very beginning. He's an OG here. All right. This was fun. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sammy. Thanks, Cole. Thanks, Dustin. Thanks, Ruben, for stopping in. Thanks, Mike. Thank everybody that was here. Appreciate you guys, even through the last one. FC Mobile. I am Finally He Sleeps. As long as you guys keep showing up, I will keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for Raid Shadow Legends content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for EA Sports FC, Everything Automotive over at Gearheads, and visit Cringeworthy for a few laughs. Subscribe links are right over there.